Oh. Actually, I move the camera a little ways. Let's see if I can. There we go. I think, there we go. That looks a little better. Get a full camera view of all this. Okay, let's see. What's my low, my high, my active kindness? Well, my low is pretty straightforward. I never really got to see my mom yesterday. Because she was working yesterday. Normally she'd get home at like, just a little after 8, but, it's 8 o'clock. Because I want to wait for my mom, right? So it's like 8 o'clock. Like, time is kind of, it's moving, hold on. Like, a lot of, like, I'm still waiting for my mom, and she's never showed up, so, like, at 9:45, that's when I head home, so I didn't get to see my mom. But my high is I still got to be with my dad. That was really cool. And my act of kindness was yesterday. I did some errands for my grandmother yesterday. Saw my grandma yesterday. That was fun too. Yeah, it was a pretty average day. Unfortunately, I'm kind of going into this weekend with lowered expectations because, let's be real here. Let's be honest. A week ago, we just had Sparkle and Corny. Nothing is really gonna. Horses is having holidays next Friday night, and I'm really considering going to that. Because the last time I ever went to holidays was when I was in 7th grade. 7th and 8th grade middle school choir, because the choir performed at holidays. That was actually a lot of fun. And surprisingly, it really wasn't that cold either. Well, this upcoming Friday wouldn't be surprised if it was really cold. But I am looking forward to it. It does really sound like, a lot of fun. And I'll definitely keep that as an option going forward. But, yeah. Let me watch. It's going to be like a pretty decent weekend overall. It's just no big events are going to happen. But they'll still be good anyway. Well, that's usually how it happens, right? So, good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. So, I've been meaning to talk about this for a little while now. And this is the first time I've really ever done something like this. But you guys know me. I love Pokemon. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I kind of don't really play the games anymore. But I do sort of keep up with what's new, what looks fun and exciting. Let's be real here. Pokemon is essentially kaiju fights without the citywide property damage. Although thanks to the whole Gigantamax thing in Generation 8, they might as well be kaiju fights. And the point is, it's cool no matter what for me. It is. And with having Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just released, and we really didn't get that much. Sometimes, I think pretty much since Generation 5, prior to Generation 5. Actually, come to think of it, they might have actually done this forever, but I can't recall. But normally when a new generation of Pokemon is about to be introduced, this new generation, Generation 9, being Scarlet and Violet, they only may show you a few new Pokemon before they're all released. And by release, I mean, we all get to know what they look like. So I figured, you know what? What if I actually sort of did a reaction video as to what they all look like? And hence, here they are. Before I begin this, I'd like to thank Because one website I always sworn by when it came to anything Pokemon related was a website called Bulbapedia, which, Bulbapedia, Bulbasaur, get it? But no, Bulbapedia has always been like pretty. I mean, yeah, I know the fact that normally is. Let's be honest, Bulbapedia is a Wikipedia page just so specifically regarding Pokemon. I get that, but regardless of what your thoughts are on the whole Wikipedia thing, sometimes you find a lot of really good information on these sorts of websites. So I trust Bulbapedia. Survey.net is also a really good site. But for this, listen, I'm going with Bulbapedia because, they have this thing where if you click on like a Pokemon, you know what type it is, the stats, the moves it learns, at what level, all of that. That's why I've always sworn by Bulbapedia. So, with all that out of the way, how about let's react to some stuff, shall we? Okay. Alright, let me, Alright. Now, before I do this, I want to lay one more ground rule too. I'm only going to be looking at the final evolutions of Pokemon. Because at the end of the day, that's pretty much what really matters. Especially if you're playing competitively. Which, fun fact for those who don't know, Pokemon is played competitively all over the world. It's crazy. It's one of the things I like to keep up with. That's actually why I watch False Swipe Gaming, because False Swipe Gaming, shout out to False Swipe Gaming, they do a pretty good job of telling us what Pokemon are pretty good in what scenario. It's really cool. So Pokemon like Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Qualsy, I'm not gonna really do a reaction for because they were the first Pokemon that were introduced well before Scarlet and Violet was released. So, I mean, if you really want to know what I thought about them, I thought they looked kind of cute. I thought they looked really good. Okay, let's see. So, how about I start with the starter's final evolutions? Okay, so Sprigatito's final evolution is Meowscarada. Ooh, grass and dark type, very nice. Fuecoco's final evolution, Skeledirge. Ooh. I like the name Skeledirge, that's cool. It's a fire and ghost type, very nice. And Qualsy's final evolution is Quaquaval, a water and fire type. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, the next Pokemon here is Lechonk. That Pokemon was actually, that was also revealed, but not its final evolution, which is Wangalong. I think that's how it is. He's a normal type, okay. Let's see. Spidops, that's a bug type, okay. Lokix, a bug and dark type, okay. Ooh, Palmot, an electric fighting type, that's really cool. Tandemaus and Mousehole. Okay, so get this. Tandemaus is like two mice like holding hands. That's Tandemaus. And Mousehole is either what appears to be 3 or 4 of them when they evolve. Okay, it's actually I like that idea. It's neat. Okay, this next Pokemon I have heard about because a lot of people really have been kind of saying not good things about it, called Daxpun. It's a fairy type that looks like a dog, right? And see, I think they're doing like a motif for it's a type of dog, but it's like a baking motif. Like its pre-evolution is Fidough, dough spelled D-O-U-G-H, and Daxbun, get it, bun, roll, whatever. So, I mean, Daxbun looks pretty cool. Let's see, Arboliva, okay, that's grass normal type. Squawkabilly, okay. Garganacl, did I just burst that? Garganacl? Let me see this one real fast. Okay. Um, Let me guess. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Gargantuan. That looks pretty cool. Okay, now where was I? I just lost place. Okay. Okay. These are two new Pokemon that were also revealed before Scarlet was released, and it looks like they're version exclusives: Armor Rouge and Cerulege. But it looks like they evolved from some Pokemon called Charcadet. Okay. Armor Rouge is Fire Psychic, and it clearly looks like that's meant to be for Scarlet. And Cerulege is Fire and Ghost, and the thing is like it's like a combination like blue, indigo, and violet. That's clearly meant to be for Violet. The Belly Bolt, that was another Pokemon that was released. Okay, that was revealed. Belly Bolt was a Pokemon that was revealed before release, but it looks like it evolves from Tap. Oh, okay. It's like a electric frog motif. Okay, like tadpole. That's what it is. Belly Bolt, obviously like a frog. Yes, okay. Ooh. Okay, there's like an electric flying type family called Wattrel, but it evolves into Kilowattrel. Very nice, I like that. Oh. Oh, this Pokemon looks cool. It's another dog Pokemon, but it's a Mass Chief, because it's like a dog, like a Mastiff, but it's spelled like mischief, like Mass Chief, and it evolves into Mabosstiff. Okay, it's got boss in the name. Okay. Okay, this Pokemon was definitely revealed before Scarlet was released. Grafaiai, the poison normal type, looks like a monkey that does graffiti. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay. This next Pokemon is okay, where am I now? Okay, Bramblin and Brambleghast, which, okay, I swear there was like a ghost type, a grass ghost, no, it was a ghost and steel type, I think, in Generation 7. Hold on, let me, because I never really have been a big fan of how Game Freak has been doing. Okay, never mind. So it looks like Brambleghast is something. I thought it was a Paladin variant of Alola's Dumwise, but that's not how it is. Okay, Brambleghast looks really cool. Ooh, okay. This is a Pokemon. This next one is one I've heard about. Actually, these next two are. The first is the Toedscool and Toedscruel, which they're essentially, okay, remember Tentacool and Tentacruel? They pretty much did that here, only they look like mushrooms instead of jellyfish. I like that. Cloth. Okay, this is one that was revealed before the release. The giant, like, rock crab. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I don't think we've ever seen this type before. A grass and fire type. Scovillain. Which essentially looks like a rose, but the roses are like dragon heads. That's really cool. Okay, Rabsca, a bug and psychic type, okay. I think it's supposed to be a plant or dung beetle. Espatra, Espathra? Oh! Okay. It's a psychic type. Esparthra. ESP. That's the first three letters I spell it. Okay. Oh. These next ones are kind of cute. Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. A fairy and steel type. Okay. Okay, this one was revealed before the release. And Wiglet, which is... Okay, I actually hadn't noticed this kind of. Like, technically these are new Pokemon, but they're kind of like recolors, retypings, or reskins of previous Pokemon. And Wiglet and its evolved form Wug Trio are essentially Paldean's Diglett and Dugtrio. Okay. Bombardier. Okay, that's a flying dark type. Okay, this next Pokemon I have heard about. Because it's really been making a lot of rounds in like competitive play. Paddlefin. Because imagine a dolphin that can transform into a superhero. Sounds pretty neat. Varoom and Revavroom. Okay, they're steel poison. Cyclizar, that's another Pokemon that was revealed before the release. Dragon normal type. Okay. Orthworm, that's a steel type. Glimora, this is one I have heard about but never really seen. It's a rock poison type. Okay. Okay. This next one, these next two Pokemon, they were revealed, or at least one of them was, before the release. And that's a Greavard, which is like a ghost dog. Not in the cute, cuddly way like Zero was from Nightmare Before Christmas. But I've heard about this one because its evolved form Houndstone has been making a lot of impacts on competitive play. Okay. Flamigo, a flying fighting type. Okay, looks like a Flamigo. Stottle and Stighton. Okay, they're ice types. Okay. Veluza, water psychic. Dondozo, a big water type. Okay, I heard about this. There's these two Pokemon called Dondozo and Tatsugiri, which are supposed to be like, you're supposed to use them in tandem together. Okay. Okay. These next 5 Pokemon were Pokemon that I've heard about, but I want to see for myself. Okay, so in previous generations, there have been... Okay, I see what they're doing here. They finally gave... Okay, this one might be my new favorite. Or actually... Ooh, I don't know. Okay, so let's get to... Okay, every so often you get a generation where new Pokemon are introduced that are essentially either new forms or, in this case, evolutions of previous existing Pokemon from a generation prior. And full disclosure, one of my favorite, okay, I don't really have a favorite per se, but one Pokemon I always think about that no one ever gives enough credit was Primeape. And here they finally gave Primeape an evolution. And it's awesome. I almost said Mega Evolution. They're not doing that anymore. But Primeape evolves into Annihilate. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, okay, Clodsire, this next one. Okay, I've heard, like, Wooper has a Paldean region, Paldean form. And I think that evolves into Clodsire. Okay. Farigiraf, which I do believe is a Girafarig evolution now. Okay. Okay. Anyone remember the Pokemon Dunsparce? Now it can evolve too. So it goes from Dunsparce to Dunsparce. Okay. Oh, I've heard of this next one. Okay, in Generation 5, there was a Pokemon introduced called Pawniard, which evolved into Bisharp. And Bisharp can now evolve to King Gambit. and King Gambit looks cool. Okay. It looks like these next few Pokemon are all Pokemon that are supposed to be like either ancient versions, or futuristic versions of other previous Pokemon. Like Great Tusk, that's supposed to be an ancient form of, I was not a fan. Screamtail for Jigglypuff. Brute Violet for what appears to be a Moongus. Fluttermane for Mischievous. Slitherwing for Volcarona. Sandy Shocks for Magneton. And the future versions are Iron Treads, that's supposed to be for Donphan again. Iron Bundle for Delibird. Iron Hands for Hirayama. Iron Jugulis for Hydreigon. Iron Moth for Volcarona. Iron Thorns for Tyranitar. Okay. This is interesting. I've heard about this one, but I've never really got an opportunity to talk or say anything about it. It looks like I just found the pseudo legendaries for Gen 9. The Frigibax family. A Dragon Ice type family, okay. Ooh, I love the name Baxcalibur. Like, obviously, you know, it's spelled X and then caliber. Obviously, that's supposed to be a reference to like a sword. Let me go up this one's stats real fast. Yeah, Pokemon. Okay. You're a heavy-hitting dragon with pretty decent defenses and above average speed. Okay, you're meant to be kind of like a tanky. You're meant to be kind of like a tanky dragon. Okay, I can dig that. Let's see. Goldango. Ooh, I've heard about this one too. So like there's this Pokemon called Gimmighoul, which transforms to like Goldango. And I heard Goldango has been making a lot of rounds in competitive play because status moves involving like Goldango isn't supposed to be like affected by status moves or whatever. And it's supposed and because it's ghost type, you can't use anything like Rapid Spin or Defog to get rid of I think it says no, the goodest gold ability negates Defog. And because it's part of ghost type, you can't use Rapid Spin, so okay, it's meant to be more utility, alright. Okay, these next few Pokemon are clearly supposed to be legendaries. Wu-Chen, Chanpao, Ting-Lu, and Shiyu. All dark types with another type family, like Dark and Grass, Dark and Ice, Dark and Ground, Dark and Fire, respectively, okay. Oh, looks like we have one more ancient version, one more futuristic version. Looks like Roaring Moon is supposed to be an ancient version of Silence. And Iron Valiant is supposed to be an ancient version of... It looks like delayed, but I wouldn't be surprised if they include Gardevoir in that as well. And the last two Pokemon I see here are the box legendaries. Koraidon and Miraidon. Which, if you've ever seen the trailers, they're clearly supposed to be like Pokemon that you ride on, I guess. That's the name, you know, for traveling and everything. Okay. So these are all the new Pokemon that have come out in Generation 9. Alright. They all look cool. They really do, and I'm interested in seeing how they play competitively as time goes on. I actually kind of like, okay, whenever back in Generation 7 when they introduced like regional forms, or they were, I really wasn't the biggest fan of that, especially when it came right after Mega Evolution. It seems like they're kind of doing that, but in the same way, legit making it their own thing. I can respect this way better. Because with the last two generations, whenever you had like regional variants, it really did appear as if like you just reskinned it and maybe give it a different type and call it a day. Sometimes you didn't even bother changing the stats either. Here it looks like they tried doing something different. And I can appreciate that. I mean, only time will tell how it winds up being altogether. But from what I see so far, I like it. Just like I hope you all like this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow my social media. As always, I'm very humbled to make this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And remember, if you guys want to talk channels, you'll only be here to lend, always here back, take care, and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.